It's the last stop before WWE Unforgiven. We're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I don't know about you, but I don't like when these names have the same name in it twice.
We're 6,000 metres above sea level. What's that all about? That's quite high. That is incredibly high. You know how high that is? Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy from the rafters, guys. But we do kick off with a recap of the ceremony gone wrong last week. Did you enjoy that?
It was great. Recap ceremony.
It was good reminding ourselves about what a great SmackDown was, because this one just didn't really do it for me on the go-home show of Unforgiven.
Nah, it didn't deliver like SmackDown hasn't really since Stephanie took over.
Yeah, you know, Tori Wilson and Nydia kicking off the show. I mean, Rey Mysterio can only do so much to carry a fucking match, and this didn't do it for me.
Little Ray.
No, the finish was good, but I think Tori Wilson and Nydia are getting a hell of a lot of screen time in terms of wrestling.
Aye, let's tone it back a wee bit and keep them in with the backstage and in-ring segments. Enough of the matches here.
No, like SmackDown, like as we know, it's wrestling, not sports entertainment at this point, but even the women are doing fucking wrestling as well. And I've seen that, Tori Wilson's come on leaps and bounds. Has she? Is she really? Are you seeing this?
I'm not seeing shit.
I'm not seeing this technical masterclass.
She's no Benoit Guerrero. She's certainly not Kurt Angle.
But Rey Mysterio's in a weird period of his career. Like, I know it's only started, but like 1 minute he's feuding with like the main eventers, and then he's like fucking against the cruiserweights. He's stuck in limbo. He's too good for the cruiserweight division, but he's never going to be beating Angle clean in a feud. So what's the end?
It's not a good place to be, is it, for little Rey Mysterio? He's got a little bit of a problem.
Yep, but he gets a big win against wee midget Jimmy Noble here. There, backstage, we've got Devon. He's complaining to Stephanie about Batista. She's like, Devon, it's your fault that Batista's no longer here, because you forced him to leave, and by God, I want Dave's signature here and not on Raw. So Batista, could he be going to Raw? Thought the brand split, thought all these tradings were done. Now Batista's fucking jobbed it.
Well, not yet, Batista. Give him what he wants, and I guess he wants a transfer to Raw. Doesn't want to be on the same show as the Reverend Devon.
I thought SmackDown was definitely the more left-leaning show compared to Raw, but Batista wants to go right with Eric Bischoff, damn it.
Monday nights, damn it.
Yeah, then Stephanie informs Paul that Sarah has went into false labour today and she's in hospital. He's like, so the Undertaker won't be appearing. She's like, oh, no. Sarah's out of hospital. What do you make of this gimmick that he's hired all these police officers to protect Brock Lesnar from Undertaker? I'm not for this.
I know, it makes Brock Lesnar look a little bit weak here, a little bit as if he's intimidated for Taker. He's Brock fucking Lesnar. Does he really need security? Does he really need police officers?
Right, I get it, right? It's sleazy heel Heyman, you know, pissing off the Undertaker, getting under his skin. But could they not have manoeuvred it in a way where it was like police officers to protect Heyman?
Brock's not here tonight, and I'm here by myself. Therefore, I've hired a bunch of police. I just don't think Brock Lesnar really needs police, and he doesn't seem to really want them either.
Like, I get it. They're not portraying Lesnar as a proper shite bag. Like, he is willing to batter Taker.
No, but Heyman's portraying him as a shite bag, so.
Yeah, why didn't he just hire all these police when he was about to betray him and go to Big Show?
Right, spoiler alert, for God's sake.
Spoiler, everyone knows Big Show's shit. We're not afraid to fucking talk about it, are we? Come on, man.
No.
But Paul Heyman tells the security to keep their eyes open. Taker could appear from anywhere. He's a big guy. Could he really appear from anywhere? Who knows? But guess what? It's time for Billy and Chuck and Stephanie McMahon in the ring.
Billy and Chuck, quacky quack duck.
They don't work when they're not gay. And they're just straight. Straight as a lamppost, I guess. But
they're straight as a lamppost, but still pretending to be gay. It doesn't really work.
It doesn't work for me. And I don't get...
You can only pretend to be gay until you basically tell the world that you're not. And then what's the point of pretending after that?
Yeah.
What's the point of having the gay theme? What's the point of having the gay matching gear? What's the point of having the gay fucking same haircut? There's just no real point to Billy and Chuck anymore.
Billy and Chuck have been jobbers for months, and now all of a sudden they're being portrayed as like fucking main eventers. I don't get it. And I wasn't a fan of this segment, to be honest. I mean, Kurt Angle makes it, saying that he's not gay, and Chuck's like, but they chant you suck. And he's like, I'm going to get on top of you. No. Kurt Angle is the GOAT. Chuck Palumbo's not doing it for me.
I don't know, I did feel like Angle's comments were a little bit forced this week, though. I'm going to get on top of you. I'm going to put your legs up above your head for the free count. I mean, really? When does Kurt Angle ever speak like that?
True.
I mean,
But it's still Kurt. It's
I
funny.
know, but saying I'm going to climb on top of you for the pinfall is one thing, but to say the thing about I'm going to bend your legs over your fucking head, that's. I mean, when
SmackDown is gay.
It is gay. You've got Billy and Chuck. You've got Angle wanting to do things to people's asses. You've got Rikishi hell bent on shoving his big fat ass into someone's face. You've got
Chavo stink facing his own cousin or uncle. I mean, what's going on?
I just don't get it, man.
Honestly, no, it's extremely fucking gay. Like, I mean, all this talk about hot lesbian action on Raw, it's fucking. Well, it's not hot gay action on SmackDown. Like, it's just gay. But yeah, looks like we're getting Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit against Billy and Chuck a wee bit later on. And apparently, Paul Heyman tells the security team that you're only allowed to protect him backstage, not out in the ring.
No, he doesn't tell them that. The security team tell Heyman that they have been employed to just stay backstage.
Who's employed them? He's fucking employed them.
They for some reason they can't go out to the ring.
So just stay backstage then.
Well, that would be the smart choice. But Brock Lesnar's got a match tonight, so he can't do that, can he?
He can't do that. He's against John Cena, who comes out looking like a bright purple Power Ranger.
Talk about a fall from fucking grace, man. I mean, John Cena was doing well. He made a debut, Angle, Ruthless Aggression, and now he's literally just a bum that comes out and loses every week dressed in a different colour of gear. John Cena just can't stay on SmackDown like this. He's going nowhere.
No, yeah. Bum.
Something has to change. We then got a Desire, the Undertaker video package. It was Adrenaline. It's from the XXX soundtrack. And
the movie with Vin Diesel. I've never seen that movie.
It's also the Unforgiven theme song as well. So
Adrenaline keeps me in the game.
I mean, decent wee theme song, but I do feel it's a bit like slow or something. It's not really. It's a good song, but I don't know.
I think it's a good song for the match card, but in terms of like a promo package, it's not. If that makes sense.
Yeah, backstage with Los Guerreros, Eddie's complaining about the face smell. I mean, really, I get it, but he got his fucking face shoved in Chavo's ass. It's not. Why would it still? I mean, I can get doing that whole gimmick with Rikishi because he's got this big fucking fat ass. I mean, I get that, but I don't think it really works.
Any excuse to talk about it. That's literally what this is, and he now wants to shove Edge's pretty little face and do the same tonight.
So we just don't need all this fucking face ass shit. I just don't get it. Up next with Edge and Rikishi taking on Los Guerreros. Chavo smacks Rikishi with the video camera. These things cost a lot of money, but now Rikishi's head's worth a lot of money because it got smashed with the camera. Chavo then slides in and pins Rikishi. A little bit of an upset win here, but it wouldn't be the only upset tonight. Edge then runs it in to take Chavo down with a spear, but Eddie smacks Edge with a steel chair, busting him open and disrespecting him and punching him and saying, "How dare you shove my face into Rikishi's
You're not
ass?
a pretty little boy anymore."
And Edge's face was like busted open and like, what the hell? Edge versus Guerrero, just not really interested in this feud. Then we got the satellite conference, something that I did enjoy. Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff both sitting down, talking about basically their little feud in the match at Unforgiven. Steph asks Eric how his little Bischoffs are doing. Eric asks what's it going to be like for the McMahon family dynasty when Steph has to perform HLA, gets a big HLA chant going.
HLA.
Stephanie didn't seem too impressed that her SmackDown fans were chanting it, but at the end of the day she couldn't really do anything because, I mean, it's true. That's what the fans want, whether it be on Raw or SmackDown. They certainly don't want this gay shit. We've seen Billy and Chuck. They were getting booed for weeks now when it came to the whole gay wedding and stuff like that. So the crowd obviously want HLA over some Billy and Chuck, fantasy.
I actually think it's insane how much gay things have happened on SmackDown. I know, like 99% of it is comedy, right? But you've got, like, we even forgot to include the Kurt Angle Ray stuff for last week.
Yeah, very fucking gay there. Steph then says that she will accept the stipulations for Eric Bischoff, except for one thing. When Billy and Chuck defeat Rosie and Jamal, Eric has to kiss her ass. I mean, that's basically what Eric said anyway, so I don't quite get it. And Steph says if Rosie and Jamal win and she has to perform HLA, she might just like it. And then Eric Bischoff grins and we go
I
to
think these
commercial.
stipulations after the match. I mean, Bischoff's makes sense, and like the hot lesbian action one, but it's almost like Stephanie's like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to kiss my ass, Eric," and he's like, "Yeah, me too." So who's the fucking loser here?
Yeah, and then
King actually points out that, "Oh, here it's a win-win."
So yeah, I said this on the Raw review. Does not make sense. And when they announced that Stephanie and Eric were going to have a satellite conference tonight, I assumed that when they were going to talk about the stipulations, I assumed that Stephanie would make a change. I thought she would have, well, when SmackDown win, you're not going to be kissing my ass, you're going to be kissing Rikishi's ass. I thought they would have done something like that.
Yeah, or Chavo's or something.
But no, they didn't do that. They're sticking with the Eric Bischoff stipulations. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Then we got the Hurricane versus Matt Hardy. Everybody, the crowd were chanting, "We want Jeff, we want Lita." They basically wanted everybody but Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy picked up the win with a low blow and twist of fate on his good old friend, the Hurricane. Then we got Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Paul is pleading with Brock to leave the arena. Brock finally gives in, stands up to leave, but then Paul changes his mind and says the Undertaker might be hanging out in the parking lot waiting. So Paul tells Brock to sit back down. This is fucking pointless at this stage. I mean, what are they doing? Sit up, sit down, sit up. He might be there, he might not be there.
It's almost like Taker, right? His flight was delayed or something, and they've just made a storyline out of this.
I just think it's fucking garbage, man.
Yeah, you've got Brock and Taker, and you know what? I think last week was really good with the whole life's a bitch and like confronting his wife, but this week's been fucking diabolical almost.
Yeah, we see Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit arguing backstage. Then we go to the tag team match. Benoit and Angle versus Billy and Chuck. Angle has the ankle lock on Chuck. Or was it Billy? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Benoit, though, doesn't want Kurt to win the match, so he pushes Kurt off and he basically falls to the outside. Then Benoit locks in the crossface on Chuck. Chuck manages to avoid tapping out for quite a while. So first he was in the ankle lock, then he's in the crossface.
Again, like, why is Chuck being portrayed here as if like he's a main offender?
Yeah, Billy then breaks it up, and then I don't know if Billy was hurt here, but he seemed a bit pissed off. He wasn't really doing much. And then Billy pushes Benoit into Chuck, and Chuck hits Benoit with a super kick, 1, 2, 3. And the winners of this match, Billy and Chuck, with Chuck defeating Chris Benoit. I didn't think tonight we would see Chuck pinning Benoit and Chavo pinning Rikishi, but yeah. There you go.
No, I tell you what, like I will be shocked if Kurt Angle loses to Chris Benoit Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not on the same... Like, see, any time Angle loses, right, it's like comedy. Or
Benoit's not a comedy
or
guy.
he's like severely like screwed. Like, Benoit's lost a super kick for Chuck Palumbo here. Clean as a whistle.
Yeah. Angle then after the match ain't happy, so he puts the crossface on Benoit. Benoit manages to counter it though. And then Angle taps it to the crossface, but Benoit doesn't release it for a bit, and then he leaves the ring.
So yeah, I mean, Benoit ends up going strong, so I think that confirms to me that Angle's win. I mean, if I'm being honest, does it not feel like every match these two have had, Angle comes out on top? Rightfully so, like, but...
Yeah, no, I don't really recall Benoit getting the better of Angle that much. Then The Undertaker is here. He's arrived. He looks angry. He's coming to the ring. Undertaker comes out. He says, tonight, it's nothing to do with business. This is personal. And he calls it Brock Lesnar. Undertaker says last week Brock touched his unborn child, touched his wife, and said life's a bitch. Well, Taker says, tonight, you're going to learn, son, that payback's a bitch. Pretty good line there for Taker. Brock came out with Paul Heyman. He's trying to hold Lesnar back. Lesnar got in the ring, tackled Taker, hit him with the shoulder thrusts in the corner, but Taker just no-sold it and then threw Brock into the corner, hit the punches, hit the strikes. Heyman's calling for reinforcements. Who the hell could he be calling for? Because the security can't come down. So out comes Matt Hardy. He jumps on Taker's back. I mean, this allows Lesnar to make the escape. Undertaker staring down Lesnar. Matt jumps on Taker's back again. Then Taker unloads on Matt. Brock Lesnar escapes to the back. Taker decides that he's angry enough that he's going to leave the ring. A lot of times wrestlers can't leave the ring because like there's an invisible shield force holding them back. But tonight, Taker wasn't having it. He left the ring. He chased Lesnar and Heyman to the back. And then Heyman and Lesnar just sitting there with the police. Heyman says that Lesnar's been put into protective custody.
Well, what is he, a witness to a federal crime?
He is handcuffed. So why would Lesnar be handcuffed when he is in like a protective custody thing?
No, let's just say though, like Taker made a side deal with the police, so the police get overwhelmed by Taker here. Taker's beating up Brock, who's handcuffed.
Fucking retarded, if you ask me, to put Brock in that situation. Brock and Heyman then get in the back of the police car. Police car drives off, and Taker's just standing there, not able to do anything. And that's how SmackDown went off the air. I get it. Taker's pissed, and they want to save it for the pay-per-view. But I would have done something else
I think
tonight.
there's a million ways to go around it. Like, obviously, you can't have these two coming fully to blows. You need to build that suspense for the pay-per-view. Oh, Taker, Unforgiven this Sunday, finally gets his hands on the man that touched his wife. But this way just sucked for me. Like, I think there's just a million things you could have done better. Like, when he goes backstage, Brock could have just fucking ambushed him again. Comes out on top. And it's like, oh, fuck, will I ever get rid of it? But to actually handcuff himself and then just drive off and Taker's just standing there like a spare dick. And the fact Taker didn't turn up to like the final 3 minutes of the show.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't really get it.
And I don't mind Matt Hardy, like, well, even though, I mean, what he's doing currently is pretty shite in real life, but he's just like shoehorned in here.
Oh, yeah. Down. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's your SmackDown review heading into the pay-per-view.
I'm going to give it a 4.
I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Fair enough.
It wasn't great.
Wee bit worse than Raw. The Unforgiven card's not really doing much for me. Like,
No, hopefully it can deliver. I mean, SummerSlam was great, minus a couple of matches. I don't think Unforgiven will be as good.
We need The Rock and Shawn Michaels back.
We do. Where the fuck is Sean?
What is Sean?
Rock's too busy making movies, but Sean's just sitting at home, losing his smile day by day.
Adrenaline. Anyway, guys, 4.5 out of 10. Till next time. Peace.